Hello and welcome to Froggity Frog Crochet and this stitch guide on how to crochet the Dale stitch. So this is a really easy, very pretty stitch that creates these kind of hills on the front of your fabric. So to start this stitch, you're going to need a foundation chain in any number of stitches that you choose, +2, +1 for your turning chain. So to start the Dale stitch, we're going to be working in the third chain from our hook. The turning chain is going to count as our first stitch, so I've just marked that first chain from our hook because that will be the stitch we need to work in later. So 1, 2, 3, and make a single crochet. And then make a single crochet in every stitch across. So the Dale stitch is worked into rows of single crochets. So we need to make a couple of setup rows before we can make our Dale stitches. Grab some more yarn. Right, so row 1 is all single crochet. And then you're going to turn, chain 1. Then make a single crochet in the first stitch of the row. And I'm just going to mark that with a stitch marker. Okay, and then make a single crochet in every stitch across. So rows 1 and 2 are our setup rows. And then row 3, we will start our Dale stitches. And then single crochet into the last stitch, which is that turning chain in the row below. Just get my, whoops, into there. Easier if you take your stitch marker out. There we go. Okay. Okay, so once you finish row 2, you're going to turn and chain 1. Then make a half double crochet in the first stitch of the row. I'm just going to mark that with stitch marker. And then I'm going to start our Dale stitches. Okay, so to make a Dale stitch, go to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up the loop. So you want to pull it up as high as the half double crochet you started your row with. Okay, then yarn over, and then we're going to be working in the stitch directly below. So that's this stitch here. Okay, so you're going into the space directly below, insert your hook, and pull up a loop. So again, you want it as high as that half double crochet you started your row with. So you should have 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 4, 5. Then yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. And that's a Dale stitch. So you've got this long loop here and the shorter loop here, and you just pull it up. And you repeat this all the way across. So we're going to make a Dale stitch in every single chain until we reach our last one. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you want it as high as your previous stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch directly below. So going into that space here. Yarn over, pull up a loop. So it's as high as the previous stitch. You should have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. And then start your next Dale stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, so 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch directly below, so into that gap, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. And the Dale stitch is as simple as that. And you're just going to carry this on across your row. So yarn over, insert your hook and pull up a loop. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch directly below. Yarn over, pull up a loop. 5 loops on your hook. yarn over and pull through. And just repeat this all the way across. There's no stitches in between your Dale stitches. You don't chain one or anything. You just pull through all 5 of those loops and then start making your next stitch. So 1 more. Then in the last stitch of the row, you're going to make a half double crochet. And that is row 3. So rows 4 and 5, we're going to set up ready for our next set of Dale stitches. So we turn, chain 1, make a single crochet in the first stitch of the row, and then make a single crochet in every stitch across. So in between each row Dale stitches, you're going to have 3 rows of single crochet. And single crochet in the last stitch of the row, and turn. So that's row 4. Just pull that stitch marker out. So row 5, turn, chain 1, make a single crochet in the first stitch of the row, and then make a single crochet in every stitch across. I got a knot in my yarn. I just hate it when that happens. Never mind, I'll just ignore that for now. Normally I would take that knot apart and rejoin it, but just for this, I'm just going to ignore it for a minute. Right. So we single crochet in every stitch across, and then into the last stitch, single crochet. So ignore the knot. Right. And that is row 5 of the Dale stitch. So after this point, you're going to be repeating rows 2 to 5. So row 2 is another row of single crochet. So you'll have 3 rows of single crochet, and then you'll repeat row 3, which is your Dale's row. And having those 3 rows of single crochet, it just means that your Dale stitches are the right way round. Because if after 2 rows of single crochet you made a Dale's row, they wouldn't be on the same side. So that's the back, and you'd have them alternate. So you need 3 rows to make sure everything is the right way around. So the Dale stitch is a repeat of rows 2 to 5. And there is your stitch guide on how to crochet the Dale stitch. I would love to see what you make with this stitch. Please do come and show us over in our Facebook group, Froggity Frogs Ribbed and Stitch. And make sure you subscribe to this channel as well for more crochet stitches, hints and tips, and free crochet patterns. And if there's any technique or a stitch that you would like to see a guide made on, please let me know in the comments, and your video could be made next. So thank you for watching. I shall see you next time for the next video. Bye for now.